Welcome to the Miromaa 3 video tutorials. This video will give you an overview of the editor screen within Miromaa. So here we are on the main menu screen for Miromaa. We've logged into our language database. So we're going to go over to the left to the view menu and go down and click on editor. So here we are on the editor screen for Miromaa. As you can see, it's fairly similar to the entry screen up the top. We do have our language name up the top to the left, our word, original recorded spelling, over to the right the English word and original recorded translation. Below that we have the sentence tab. This is where we can enter in our sentence in language. To the right of that we have the translated sentence where we can put in the English translation for that sentence. And below that, once again, we have the facility of changing that by a word-for-word sentence. To the left below that, we have our multimedia area. This is where we can attach our images, our audio, our video, and any other multimedia that we are wanting to attach to this particular entry for a language word. To the right, we have the source and controls tab. So this is in below source. This is where we enter in our source information, where we've got the information relating to this language word. Below that we have the controls menu. This is where we can start ticking some boxes here, whether it's learner accessible, our visibility, whether it's unrestricted, or any of those other options available there. The era. And we have these boxes to the right of checked by, locked by, and archived by. So I'll go over to the right and click on the Notes tab. This is where we can enter in some extra information relating to the language word, or maybe some linguistic comments. The next one over to the right is the Reference tab. This is where we add our word category and our part of speech. The last one over is our Custom tab. This is where you may have already added some custom fields to your language database. So in these blank fields here, this is where you can start entering in some information relating to those custom fields that you've added to your language database. So we'll go over to the left to this expandable menu here. So if I go down and click on Go To, this is where we can start searching for words within our language database, either by word ID, search for it in our language, search for it in English or in original. So I'll close that menu, expand the info menu. This is giving us information about the entry for this language word. So as you can see, it was entered by me on the 28th of May, and it was also last edited by myself. We do have the notepad facility where we can leave some notes there for either ourselves or any other users that have access to our language database. So as you can see, I've left a note there. If I go down below that, I can click on Send to Do, and a box is going to pop up on my screen of To Do Miromaa. This is where I can assign a task to any of the users within the language database. It has already included the information that was on my notepad. I can assign it a due date, what the status is, and also a completion date, and click on Send. So I'll just close that box. So as we can see, the editor screen does allow for you to enter in more information relating to your language words. So if you have had a look at the entry screen, you can see that that is a simplified format for basic data entry for your language words. This is where the editor screen we can come in and start adding our multimedia, some more information about our sources, our controls. This is where we can control who has access to our language words, and start adding in some extra information such as our era, whether we want to archive this word, adding some sentences, and also our custom fields. I hope this video has assisted you in getting an overview of the editor screen. Do make sure that you watch the editor, how to use the editor screen video, just to get an understanding of how to complete some of these fields.